Hello and welcome to AWS Certified DevOps Professional course. And in this video, we are going to discuss about how to write a CloudFormation template in JSON notation. So the first thing we can do here is we can go to just new project, and we'll just we have already some basic CloudFormation templates which are available. So I can just select AWS CloudFormation project and just open it. So it's asking to create with empty template. So yeah, that's fine. I want to create an empty template. So this is a template we have. So here we can add some description, we can add some parameters, resources, outputs. So all these things we can add here. So this is how you will start with the template, writing the template in the JSON notation. So but we already have a template with us, so I'll just open it so that we can discuss that. So let's open this template and we'll go through each of the things one by one. So the first one is AWS template format version. So this is by default. When you open the default template, you will get. So you can edit it or you can leave it like same. Description, you can give whatever the purpose this template is going to serve. So you can just give that in the description. So in this video, this template is for Jenkins server. It will create a Jenkins server for our environment. And then comes the parameters. So what are the parameters that we are going to define in this template? So that will be described here. So the first thing is instance type. So what are the values we have for instance type? So we have T2 micro, T1 micro, T2 small. So like that we have multiple values here. So we can select any of these allowed values in the template. So that will be fine with instance type. Okay, so now the key name. So we can give some actually this thing will be asked when we use this template to create a stack. So the same thing, we just need to select any existing key pair. So that is what it has been asked in the template. So that's fine. Another thing is VPC ID. So VPC ID we can just give here, or we can just leave it like this. We can select it at the time of stack creation. So that's also fine. The parameters. Your IP range. This is again the same thing. CIDR block of the network from where you will connect to the Jenkins server using HTTP and SSH. So this you can provide here, or you can just leave it, and at the time of stack creation we can just give this. So this is how it works. Another thing is VPC subnet. So again you can give some subnet ID for Jenkins server. So whatever you select, the Jenkins server will fall into that subnet. So that's also pretty clear. Now we have mappings. So AWS instance type to architecture. So here it will select the architecture. So whether it's para virtualized or hyper virtualized, so whatever is that, you can just give these options, and at the time of stack creation we can just select these settings. That will be okay. Another thing is resources. So what are the resources that will be created? So the first thing will be the EC2 instance. So EC2 instance will be created, and we will install Jenkins and Jinx and the Jenkins code deploy code pipeline plugin. So all these things will be installed as a part of the instance creation. So this is what we have defined here. So in the metadata, so I think it is pretty clear. We have to give the type, we have to define the metadata. So it will configure all the things that is required for the Jenkins server. So in this way, all the packages, the nginx packages, the git packages, everything will be just installed. So it's quite a big code, so you can just see it here, and it will verify even the services are running or not, so that is also fine. So this is a pretty big stuff, so you can just give some glance at it, and it's just for a reference purpose, so we can just leave it like this. So this is where the resources will be defined, and then in the resources panel we have this Jenkins server. After that, the security group. So if you want to create a security group, so you should give the inbound ports, the CIDR IP, and what this you can give some description, so that we'll be knowing what this security group is allowing and what it is blocking. So that's all the stuff we need to define here. So I guess this is pretty clear, the security group. And then we have Jenkins role. So we need some role as well. So we have to create some role for code pipeline, custom access, and all. So this is what it is mentioned here. It will assume role and the services we have given. So this Jenkins role will have access to EC2 instance. So that is what it is defined in this role part. So that is also looking good. And again, we have the instance profile. So here we have given the properties, path, and roles for the instance profile. So that is also pretty much clear, and notation and all. That's fine. The output. So now let's come to the output. So output will be having the Jenkins. When the Jenkins server will be deployed, we get a DNS name, and the DNS name will be the URL of the EC2 instance. So once we'll browse that, we'll be able to log into Jenkins. So this is the template. This is how we create templates in JSON notation, and here we are using Microsoft Visual Studio. So if you want to download it, if you don't have it on your machine, so you can just search for .NET tool for AWS. You can just search it. So here we get, so you can install it from NuGet, or you can download the MSI installer. So in this case, I have downloaded the MSI installer, and it's pretty much working fine. So this is how you can get it done. And now let's do one thing. We'll just use this template to deploy our server, Jenkins server. So we have this template, Jenkins server template, and I'll go to my AWS console. We have CloudFormation services open. So now I'll just click on create a new stack. I will select a template. So let me just go to the path and select the template. So we have the template ready with us, and then I'll click next. So we need to give some name to the stack. So it's Jenkins. That's pretty good. And this is where we define the parameters, right? So see, whatever the values we have provided in the template, that is reflecting here. So we can select any type of instance from these values. Now we have key name. So key name, we have this code deploy, so that we can select VPC ID. Yes, we need to select it. With subnet also we can select anyone. and IP range. So we need to define some, we need to give some IP addresses from where this will be accessed. So I'll open it to the world since it is a testing server. So I'll just open it to the world, but in production environment we have to be very careful while giving this IP range. Now key and value, that is not required. If you want, you can give IAM role, it's optional. Advanced, we don't want to add any SNS topic or anything related to that, and nothing else we want to specify. So we'll just click on next. So everything is looking good from our perspective. We'll just acknowledge it and we'll just give a create. So now this template will be used to create a Jenkins server in our environment. So let's wait for some time until this stack is completed. So now as you can see, the stack creation is completed. So, and we can see the events as well. So whatever we define there in the template, in the stack, the role, security group, instance profile, instance, so everything is created. So let's go to the EC2 console and check. Yep, we have this Jenkins server and it's getting ready. So if we go to the status checks, we see it's still initializing, but our job is done. So whatever the template was meant for, it has done its job. So that was how we write JSON notation in Visual Basic, and we can create a template out of it. So thank you for listening. Have a great day.